Imagine a world where the excitement of picking up a movie or video game for the weekend was a social event. You'd head to the local Blockbuster store, walk down aisles filled with rows of VHS tapes and later DVDs, and carefully pick out your favorites. The glow of those iconic blue and yellow signs was a sign of the ultimate Friday night experience. Movies, snacks, and good times with friends or family. For millions of people across the globe, Blockbuster was more than just a video rental store. It was an essential part of weekend culture. But in just a few short years, this giant of the entertainment industry went from being the king of the video rental world to a cautionary tale. How did a company with over 9,000 stores worldwide, billions in revenue, and a beloved brand collapse so rapidly? The answer lies in one bad decision, a series of missed opportunities, and an inability to adapt to the rapidly changing digital landscape. In this story of ambition, mistakes, and eventual ruin, we'll explore how Blockbuster's empire crumbled, and how one of the biggest entertainment failures in history reshaped an entire industry. The rise of Blockbuster, dominating the video rental industry. The story of Blockbuster begins in 1985 in Dallas, Texas. The company's founder, David Cook, had a vision to create a video rental store that was bigger, better, and more organized than anything that had come before. Blockbuster wasn't the first video rental chain. Mom-and-pop stores had been around for years, but it had one key difference: it was massive. With high inventory levels, organized shelves, and a uniformed staff, Blockbuster created a streamlined, enjoyable shopping experience for customers. Its stores were designed to be bright, inviting, and easy to navigate. By the early 90s, Blockbuster had become a household name, expanding rapidly across the United States and around the world. At its peak, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores in 25 countries. People flocked to the stores to rent the latest movies, television series, and video games. It wasn't just a place to rent movies, it was a cultural hub. Families would plan their weekends around it, and the ritual of browsing the store for the perfect movie was ingrained in society. In fact, by 1994, Blockbuster had become so successful that it was acquired by the media giant Viacom for a whopping $8.4 billion, solidifying its place as the undisputed leader in the video rental market. Blockbuster had it all: the infrastructure, the brand, the financial backing, and the loyal customer base. The future looked bright. The changing landscape, the birth of digital media. The first cracks in Blockbuster's armor began to appear in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when the digital revolution started to take shape. As the internet became a more integral part of daily life, people began to see new ways to access entertainment. The rise of DVDs and later Blu-ray discs gave consumers more options, but it was the internet's potential to deliver movies and TV shows directly to people's homes that would prove to be Blockbuster's undoing. This was when a small startup named Netflix began to rise in the digital space. Founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, Netflix originally started as a DVD rental-by-mail service. Customers could rent DVDs online, have them mailed directly to their homes, and return them via the mail when done. The model was simple, but it was a far cry from the physical, brick-and-mortar stores that dominated the rental market. But it wasn't just Netflix's mail-order system that made it unique. It was the company's vision of the future. Netflix realized that the future of entertainment wasn't in renting physical media at all. It was in streaming. The idea of delivering movies and shows directly to people's devices via the internet was revolutionary. By 2007, Netflix launched its streaming service, allowing customers to watch movies and TV shows instantly on their computers. This was the beginning of a seismic shift in the entertainment industry. A shift that Blockbuster failed to recognize until it was too late. The fatal decision: ignoring the digital shift. So, what went wrong for Blockbuster? How could a company that was so dominant, so beloved, and so well-funded fall apart so quickly? The answer lies in one crucial mistake: Blockbuster's failure to embrace the digital age. In 2000, Reed Hastings, Netflix's co-founder, famously approached Blockbuster with an offer. He proposed a partnership or acquisition deal. At the time, Netflix was still in its early stages, and Blockbuster was the undisputed leader in video rentals. Netflix wanted to join forces and leverage Blockbuster's massive network to grow its business. But Blockbuster, despite its size and reach, rejected the offer outright. In fact, Blockbuster executives mocked Netflix. dismissing it as a niche player with little chance of success. Blockbuster's leadership failed to recognize the shifting sands of the entertainment world. While they were focused on physical stores, DVDs, and the in-store rental experience, Netflix and other digital platforms were quietly building the future of entertainment. At the time, Blockbuster's CEO John Antioco was confident that the future of the video rental market was still in physical stores. Instead of investing in an online rental service or a streaming platform, Blockbuster doubled down on its traditional business model, opening more physical stores and continuing to rely on late fees, a controversial practice that many customers resented, to boost profits. The rise of Netflix, digital dominance. While Blockbuster refused to adapt, Netflix was steadily building a loyal customer base. By 2004, Netflix had already reached 1 million subscribers, and the company's subscription model began to gain traction. People loved the convenience of renting movies without leaving their homes, and Netflix's model was particularly attractive because it eliminated the issue of late fees, a problem that Blockbuster was infamous for. As the years passed, Netflix continued to innovate. In 2007, Netflix took its biggest step forward with the launch of streaming. Suddenly, customers could watch movies and TV shows instantly, without waiting for DVDs to be shipped. It was a game changer. People no longer needed to leave their homes or wait for the mail. They could simply log into their accounts and start watching right away. And with the addition of new content, including original programming, Netflix quickly became the go-to platform for streaming entertainment. By 2010, Netflix had transitioned almost entirely to streaming, and its subscription base skyrocketed. In contrast, Blockbuster remained stuck in the past, clinging to its physical stores and slow to adopt digital model. Blockbuster did attempt to launch a similar streaming service in 2004, but it was a half-hearted effort that was unable to compete with Netflix's user-friendly interface and content selection. The final nail in the coffin: bankruptcy and collapse. By 2010, the writing was on the wall. Blockbuster was bleeding money. It had accumulated massive debt due to its sprawling network of physical stores, and the company's stock price had plummeted. In contrast, Netflix was posting profits and gaining market share by the day. Blockbuster did try to fight back. It launched its own streaming service and attempted to rebrand itself as a more modern, digital-focused company. But by then, it was too little, too late. The competition from Netflix, coupled with the increasing popularity of other streaming services like Hulu and Amazon Prime, left Blockbuster struggling to keep up. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. It closed thousands of stores and sold off parts of its business to try to stay afloat. The company's iconic blue and yellow stores, once a symbol of weekend excitement, were now closing down one by one. In 2013, the last remaining company-owned Blockbuster store in the US officially shut its doors, signaling the end of an era. What went wrong? A lesson in adaptation. The fall of Blockbuster is a tragic example of a company failing to adapt to changing technology and consumer behavior. Despite its market dominance and strong brand, Blockbuster missed several key opportunities that could have saved it. Ignoring the digital shift, Blockbuster didn't see the potential of online rentals or streaming until it was too late. While Netflix was building a streaming platform, Blockbuster stuck with its brick-and-mortar stores, which became increasingly irrelevant in the digital age. Underestimating the competition. When Reed Hastings approached Blockbuster with the offer of a partnership or acquisition, Blockbuster executives dismissed him. This underestimation of Netflix's potential is one of the biggest business mistakes in history. Clinging to the old model, Blockbuster's reliance on late fees and its physical store-based business model made it resistant to change. While consumers were moving toward digital, Blockbuster was still focused on maintaining its physical stores and its legacy revenue model. Conclusion: the legacy of Blockbuster. Today, Blockbuster is a cautionary tale for businesses everywhere. Its rise was meteoric, and its fall was swift and spectacular. The company that once defined the video rental market is now a shadow of its former self, with only one remaining Blockbuster store, still open in Bend, Oregon, more of a tourist attraction than a viable business. The fall of Blockbuster didn't just signal the end of an entertainment empire, it marked the birth of a new digital age in entertainment. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and other streaming services have since reshaped how we watch movies and TV shows, leaving the old video rental model in the dust. Blockbuster's downfall was the result of one critical failure: the inability to adapt to the digital revolution. And while it's easy to look back and say, they should have seen it coming, the truth is that many companies face similar choices today. In a world where change happens rapidly, the lesson is clear: evolve or risk becoming obsolete.